Dream is a strange phenomenon which is common. Strange because we haven't understood it yet, common because we are all used to dreaming. Every dream has a beginning and an end, or at least that is what we think of it. But do you remember the beginning of at least one of your dreams? I suppose not. In the first place, it is quite hard to recollect the fragmented images out of our dreams. And even if we did, the question of a beginning doesn't make any sense because we don't really have any clue. Ellen was listening to her teacher making her lecture on dreams. Without her own knowledge, she was dozing off slowly until it ended up in some deep sleep. A sound was heard from a distant place. Ellen had no idea. She ran after it as if it was something important to her. It seemed like her leg was hurting because with each step that she made, something was piercing through her feet. After a while, it stopped. She began to run faster. On her way, she saw some of her classmates, but she was in a hurry and wanted to know where the sound was coming from. She got near a bridge, and in front of the bridge was a monster with a spectacle. She didn't have time to think of why the monster was wearing the spectacle, since she was in a hurry. She thought the monster was going to kill her. The beast took her in its hand, and she was sure now she is all done for. But the beast threw her away. She fell off his hands and was tired and exhausted. The sound was almost near to her now. She knew she was almost there. She realized she was heading towards a wide open ground. It seemed empty, and the deafening silence of the place scared her. She could see something descending from the sky. It looked like a balloon. It seemed to be of a familiar shape, though she could not remember what it is. It descended down and lied smoothly on the ground. She approached it with hesitation and caution, but with much curiosity. There was something written on the balloon. It read, "Find me behind the bush." But there was no bush in there. The place was barren and empty. She touched the balloon, and before she could think of anything, it took her high up in the sky. She woke up inside a castle. The castle was indeed grand, and she had never seen such a place in her whole life. There she was surprised to see her parents. They were calling out for her, and she was running to them. But it seemed like she was not getting anywhere. The distance remained the same, and she tried harder, but no use. She began to cry. It felt really, really bad. All of a sudden, she felt like someone was hitting on her head. Again and again and again. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Professor. I think we should talk about some other topics like why should you pay attention in your class? What do you think, Ellen, about that? Sorry, Professor, I lost sleep last night and I'm really sorry. It won't happen again. Good for you then. The bell rang, and she knew today her father promised to come and pick her. On her way back home, she was trying to recall her dream. What she could recollect first was that she had accidentally stepped on the sharpened edge of the pencil that had fallen off from her bench. She was not sure if that had been in her dream. She tried hard to remember, and she seemed to forget it all as hard as she tried to remember it. And then she thought, it felt like so long, the dream. It was almost like an epic story, but yet I could not remember it. But I only slept for a few minutes, I'm sure of that. Well, why should I care? It's just a dream. Though I miss it, and it has only left in me a strange feeling, a bizarre emotion which is fading away even before I could comprehend it. She remembered just then that she had forgotten something important. Her best friend had messaged her while in class and had asked her to meet her behind the school garden. Oh my God. I think I'm too forgetful these days.